Hey, howdy folks, it's Rampage here, and we're taking a look at Week 4 of the Cruiserweight Classic. So we had the last 4 first-round matches this week for the Cruiserweight Classic. Let's take a look at them. We started off with Rich Swann facing off against Jason Lee. Rich Swann, we do know as a current NXT superstar. This is the first time I've seen Jason Lee. Came out with the nunchucks. Reminds me a little bit of what PJ Black, Darewolf, and Jack Evans were doing in Lucha Underground. Maybe he's a good recruit for them in the future. We'll see. This was a great back and forth match. They kept putting over Jason Lee's speed, but Rich Swann just has that charisma and moving and grooving to sort of get along. Crazy moves. The two that jump out at me is Rich Swann hitting the head scissors takedown on Jason Lee, who's perched on the top turnbuckle. And he leaps from the ground, wraps his feet around his neck, and just Hurricane Rana's him. Amazing spot. And how he wins the match is a 450 splash. From standing on the mat, he just literally leaps 450, hits the splash, 1, 2, 3, and Rich Swann moves into the second round. Up next, we have Noam Dar versus Gurv Sira of the Bollywood Boys. This is the first match of the Cruiserweight Classic that just didn't seem to really gel for me. I'm not sure what happened here. It looks like Gurv Sira went for a pendulum-style backbreaker, I guess is what Daniel Bryan said, and he seemed to miss it and just sort of regular backdrop him. But from there on out, like, every move after that, he's getting up holding his back, which I really hope he's not hurt, but it seemed weird for him to sell that one move throughout the entire match. In the end, though, Noam Dar does get the win with a sort of knee bar submission while simultaneously kicking at Gurv Sira. So he moves on to the second round as well. Up next was a match that I loved, more than I was expecting to. We had Gentleman Jack Gallagher taking on Fabian Eichner. Gallagher is a super technical wrestler, very similar to how we described Zack Sabre Jr. Very fluid. He just moves like water. You never quite know where he's going to wind up. Just amazing manipulation of the body and getting in and out of moves. Taking on Fabian Eichner, who's basically the bigger, more powerhouse character. These two squared off in an amazing match. I was all set to call this match of the night except for what followed. But that takes nothing away from this match. It was amazing. Eichner, for his size, is amazingly agile. He hit this springboard moonsault from the outside, jumps over the ropes on one side to the ropes on the other side and moonsaults into the ring. It was a thing of beauty. In the end, though, Jack Gallagher does overcome. He continues to kick out, and he does get the win with this amazing flying dropkick to the face in the corner. It was the most intense dropkick I've seen in a long time. So he moves on to the next round. Oh, one move I did forget that was absolutely amazing is Gallagher has Eichner locked in this guillotine choke, and you watch Eichner unwrap the arm, flip him up like for a suplex, but then throws him, twists him, and drops him with a powerbomb. I don't even know how that works. I don't think that works with physics, but they found some way to do it, and it was amazing. Then we have what is easily the match of the night. Easily a top contender for match of the year. Johnny Gargano, Johnny Wrestling versus the Psycho Killer, Tommaso Ciampa. This match, pure magic. Like, I was already on edge after watching Gallagher and Eichner go at it, and this just cranked it up to 11. From what we've seen at NXT, we've seen them both be sort of all-rounders in a lot of ways. We've seen some flying, we've seen some strikes out of Ciampa, but not to this level. Gargano's super technical here, super, I don't know how to describe it. But he's battling Tommaso Ciampa, who just starts off with like this back elbow to the side of the head that, my God, I thought he broke his jaw. And he just continues with the stiff strikes, the slams, the chops, the power bombs. And Gargano's in there just keeping up with him. He takes everything he has to offer. He keeps coming back for more. He goes for that crazy, second rope DDT where he enters the ring and does a little step through. And Ciampa just catches his head and just drives his knee to his skull, flattening him. At the end, you see Tommaso Ciampa rolls down the knee pad. You can see him getting ready just to basically crack his skull, and then he shakes his head and basically goes, I can't do this, and puts the knee pad back up. They keep going. He actually hits the power bomb into the lung blower, which is a crazy move in itself. But Gargano still kicks out. You can't keep him down. It's insane. They trade an insane number of reverse rolling pin combinations, and in the end, Gargano does hit the crucifix roll up and gets the pinfall for the 1-2-3. It's not the most definitive win out there, but my God, it was an amazing match. I was just in shock watching this. I kept sort of cringing and being like, that's it, that's over. No, it keeps going, and it just kept building and building. And it was amazing. But that wraps up this week's review of the Cruiserweight Classic. This is the last of the first round, so after this we'll be moving into the second round. They announced 2 matches for next time, so I'm assuming they're 30-minute matches this time, which is absolutely insane for WWE TV. So we'll have to wait and see what that actually portends. But that's it for this week. We will see you next week. Please like, please subscribe, please share, use the hashtag Rampage Reviews, and we'll see you next week.